Longwa has apologized to the ANC and the people of the province for the impression created by comments he made about his wealth. Longwa told the Sowetan newspaper this week his position as MEC is a service to the community and he doesn't need the money because his personal businesses make 10 times more than his salary. He's recently been criticized for purchasing a multi-million rand home in Bryanston, with reports that a government service provider was involved in that deal. The Independent Electoral Commission says it's enhanced the transparency of the voting process. It's preparing for 23 million South Africans to go to the polls in 4 days' time. Mandy Wiener takes a look at the process the IEC will have to follow.
Chief Electoral Officer Pandit Lakula is confident this process is absolutely transparent. IEC officials will count votes cast at polling stations. A result slip will then be filled in duplicate.
One copy of the result slip is pasted onto the window or door of the voting station. The second result slip is put in a tamper-proof envelope and it is escorted to our capturing center.
The envelope will be opened in the presence of observers. The results captured into the system twice and the documents scanned. Because of stipulations in the Electoral Act, the first results won't be out until the weekend.
We have to wait for 2 days after elections to allow parties to lodge objections.
But the results must be announced within 7 days. That will probably happen on Saturday or Sunday. Mandy Wiener, Eyewitness News.
Filming on the movie about Nelson Mandela and the '95 Rugby World Cup is expected to wrap up in Johannesburg this weekend. The untitled Mandela Project, starring Morgan Freeman and Matt Damon, is directed by Clint Eastwood. Nadia Neofitu spoke to a South African actor who is in the movie and filed this report.
The film has been shooting at Ellis Park for the past few days, the setting for the memorable moment when South Africa rose to victory at the '95 Rugby World Cup. Local actor Matt Stern, known for his roles in Seven de Laan and Binnelanders, is playing one of Madiba's bodyguards.
I still have to push myself every now and again. To be able to work with people that caliber is not something that comes along every day.
He says it's a godsend for him to be working with Clint Eastwood.
He's got a huge team around him that knows exactly when and how he wants it and what he wants. The whole movie is a fine-oiled machine.
Filming moves back to Cape Town from Monday. Nadia Neofitu, Eyewitness News.
And the Somali pirate, captured during a bid to rescue a captured American sea captain, is to face trial in New York. The suspect was taken shortly before U.S. Navy SEAL snipers killed the 3 remaining pirates holding Captain Richard Phillips. He was being held hostage on a lifeboat launched from his cargo vessel, the Maersk, Alabama. The captain will fly home to his family today. Gold is trading at $873.40 an ounce. The rand's at 8.91 to the dollar, 13.25 to the pound, and 11.67 to the euro. Brent crude is at $51.50 a barrel.
Traffic news in Joburg in Floratleaf. A stationary bus stuck at Hendrik Potgieter and 14th Avenue. Bryanston traffic lights are out of order at Bryanston Drive and Main Road, causing heavy delays from Lone Hill towards Randburg. In Pretoria West, a stationary bus at Transoranje and Morkel.
Gauteng weather, fine and warm. The temperatures at highs of between 23 and 25. The top story in Eyewitness News this hour. Police are on the scene of a shooting in Woodmead where heavily armed robbers opened fire on officers early this morning. For this Eyewitness News and more, go to ewn.co.za.
Ready to Reco, Monday to Friday, 9 to 8.
We were approached by a lady. She offered us t-shirts. We took those t-shirts. We went to sing and chant and do whatever on behalf of the GA. When we were finished, they gave us 150 rand each.
Is that it, Ryan? The DA has a rent-a-crowd system?
No, quite simply that's not true. We don't pay people to come to our rallies. We never have. We never will.
The Democratic Alliance Chief Executive Officer, Ryan Kutsia.
Ready to Reco on Talk Radio 702. Your #1 news and talk station.
Radio 702, of course, we'll speak to Stephen Curtis as well. Do you think Thabo Mbeki's going to appear at the Cope rally? I don't think so at all. I think he's too clever. He'll sit behind the scenes. But we'll speak to Stephen Curtis about that. He's got our election update that's coming up in a couple of moments. We'll also speak to Cipro. It's 20 minutes to 8.
Talk Radio 702.